Antoine here on Help Keep America Safe podcast. And one of the biggest ways that we can really help keep America safe is through education. We have to be able to educate our families, we have to be able to educate our workers, our first responders, our children. We just need to be educated all around the board. And the more education that we have, the better we're able to respond to threats, things that threaten our safety, and the better we'll be able to prevent things that threaten our safety. And so when you start thinking about, I don't know, if you just start thinking about your streets, okay, your neighborhood, your block, how can you keep your block safe? Making sure that the street lights are working if you have street lights on. Um, if you don't have street lights, making sure the houses on the street produces enough light to keep the block well lit. Okay, so that's just educating people of, hey, criminals, they like to operate in obscurity, they like to operate in darkness, they like to operate in not being detected. Okay, even though we're seeing a rise in crime during the day, if you are aware of your surroundings, you're less likely to be a victim um, out there. So, educating yourself on safety, even say we do a lot of things on our phone, we do a lot of things on the internet, and you have to be safe. You have to, if you get an update for your phone, some people don't like updating their phone or their computer for that matter. When you don't update your devices, they're more susceptible to being hacked. Okay, and so you want to always push your updates through, um, and allow the things that the developers caught and says, hey, these things need to improve to help the device and keep the device safe, which in turns keep you safe and your information safe. And so you never know what all entails in the update. So if you don't update, you miss out on a lot of stuff. Okay, so they're updating for a reason, and a lot of times it's due to safety risk. And so always update your computers, always update your devices, keep up to date with the standard um, software. And while we're on computers and phones, you need to have some sort of malware, some sort of protection on your phones and on your computers at home and your devices. You want to protect them from, scams. Now, another thing, since we're talking about this, when you get an email or a unsolicited um, DM, direct messaging from Facebook or Instagram, and they want you to download something and you don't know this individual, never download anything from an individual. And if it's an individual that you should know or you've known in your past but haven't communicated in a long time, and the first communication you get from that individual is to download something or to send them some money or something like that, that's a big red flag. And so with this podcast, Help Keep America Safe, we want to talk about a variety of subjects on how to operate in a safe environment. And so if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any topics that you would like to be discussed on this podcast, feel free to get that information to me. My website my email address is Antoine, Antoine, at therepositioning.com. Okay, so you can just email me. We would love to hear from you. If you just put "Help Keep America Safe" podcast, and if there's some things that you want to do, also you can text a number. I have a number that you can text, 832-679-0661. You can text that number, and if you have some things that you want to share with our podcast, or you want to know some more information about how to keep America safe, then you can definitely text that number. Just put, let me know that you're from Help Keep America Safe podcast, and you can put, you can text safe, and then we can correspond from there. All right. So I'm excited about this podcast. We if you didn't see the last podcast or listen to the last podcast we did, we had Carlo on, and he's a EMS personnel, one of the first responders, and had a great interview with him. And so I advise you to go back to some of the previous episodes that we've had, and look forward to some more. Look forward to some more. We want to put some things in place that will provide safety for our assets, for our families, and things of that nature. And so it's a big task that we have taken on, but we know that if we work together and we educate people, then they can make better choices. And because they make better choices, they can stay safe and live in a safer environment. And so just a couple of key points that I talked about this podcast is, staying out of dark places, stay in well-lit places. If you're traveling, if you can travel in pairs, go with somebody, especially around this holiday season. We're in the holiday season. And if you're going shopping, try to go to shopping with someone. I was in a parking lot of a major retail store, and it was probably about 5 o'clock or 5:30, 6 o'clock. And it was fairly early, but the parking lot was dark, and there was a lot of people moving around in the parking lot, but that's just not a safe place. And so you want to shop in a well-lit place, and criminals like to hide in the dark, and they like to use the element of surprise to take advantage of us. And so the more precautions we take to keep ourselves safe in those things that we love and care about, then the better off we are. Okay. I was just trying to think. There's so much. The topic of keeping us safe is so vast, but they are all interrelated. And if you just don't know, ask somebody, look it up, do some research. And we can help you out here at Help Keep America Safe podcast. And so we're looking forward to having some conversing with you on some things that you may have questions about. We are also endeavoring to start building places where it's a great place to work, a safe place to work. Your information is safe. Stores that are safe and they have the right safety measures in place to help you stay safe. Communities that are good to live in because they meet certain safety standards and things of that nature. So those are some things on the horizons that we're going to be talking about and implementing for us Americans. And definitely, if you're in another country, you can definitely implement these things as well in your country. And so, yes, we're here for you. Let's stay safe out there. I'm Just Antoine, and we'll see you at the top. Bye for now.